What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to tonight's Anfield Agenda news roundup, and I have a packed 8 minutes for you guys ahead. So, as always, I'm going to ask you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do please drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and we'd also love you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. So let's start off with a bit of an off-the-wall one. Apparently those close to Sheikh Jassim have said to him that he should rub some salt in the wounds of Manchester United by making a bid to buy Liverpool. Now, David Ornstein has said that he's not aware of any interest from Sheikh Jassim in buying Liverpool, but, I mean, what are you saying? Would you take it? Would you not? You know my stance on this. I'm against state ownership of football clubs, but I know a lot of you guys think differently to me. So really quickly at the start, want to know, would you take it? Would you be against it? Let me know in the comment section. Now we move on to the transfer stuff, which is what we're really here to talk about. Let's be honest. A lot to talk over the last few days around Jamal Musiala from Bayern Munich. And look, I love him. I'm going to put that out there straight away. Jude Bellingham obviously was the one that got away as far as I'm concerned, but Jamal Musiala would be somebody who I think we'd all welcome to Anfield with open arms. Now, I did see some people in the comment sections previously say that we don't need him, and you've probably got a fair point, but I mean, he's really, really, really good. Now, contractually, he is contracted to Bayern Munich until 2026. And I don't think it's a runner. I don't think there's any truth to this long term. I think this is probably a case of he's going to have 2 years to go at the end of this year at Bayern, and his agent's probably just putting the feelers out there with Bayern, trying to get him a nice new tasty contract. He will have seen how well Jude Bellingham's doing, and I guess he'll want his client to see the money. Show him the money. I guess that's what it's all about. So I don't think there's much really chance of Jamal Musiala coming to Liverpool Football Club, but I would absolutely love him because he's a really, really top footballer. And after Jude Bellingham, probably one of the hottest, if not the hottest midfield talent in Europe. So for me, I don't think it's possible, but I'd very, very much like it. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. Do you think that maybe I'm, blown cold on this one? Because we've seen with John W. Henry and FSG that they were willing to put up 115 million for Caicedo, so maybe they'll do it for this kid. I don't know. And look, he'd be worth the money. Let me say that. If you're talking in excess of 100 million euro for a player, I think he'd be well worth the money. He's a superstar in the making for me. Look, he's probably already a superstar. But Fabrizio Romano has said that clubs from Spain and England are keeping an eye on Jamal Musiala, and Liverpool are clearly there, as Jurgen Klopp knows the talent of the player very well. I don't think Bayern Munich are going to want to let this kid go. They want to be a destination for the top German players, and as we know, he is a German international, so I don't think he goes anywhere for the time being. I think his future will be in Bavaria, but let me know if you agree or disagree with that one. The next one that I have for you guys, my friends, is around Calvin Phillips. And let me just say, first and foremost, I wish this story'd go away. I know he's not getting minutes. I know that the English media want him to get a move so he can be more part of Gareth Southgate's plans for the Euros and have more minutes under his belt. But I don't want it to be Liverpool Football Club. 2 or 3 years ago, I'd absolutely have taken him. But what has he done? He's been a bench warmer since he's left Leeds and gone to Manchester City. He's 27 years of age, I believe, as well. And I just don't see it. I don't see the need for it. I think we should go back in and get a defensive midfielder who's 23, 24 years of age and will be at the club for the next 5, 6, 7 years. I think this is just more a case of the media in England just trying to get this kid a move, just trying to make sure that he has regular minutes so England can, be as strong as they can at the Euros. And I understand that. I've no problems with it. I just don't want Liverpool to be the solution. Now, there have been 2 other clubs that have been mentioned. Those 2 clubs, Newcastle United, who of course have Sandro Tonali with, shall we say, a problem over his head at the minute. We're expecting a ban for him with the betting scenario that's gone on over in Italy. It looks like he will receive a ban, but look, again, they're going to be in the market potentially for a player, so maybe Calvin Phillips would be a short-term solution, even if it was a loan from Manchester City. Another club that I've seen him linked with today was Juventus, and of course, similarly for them, they have another player, Rignali, is that his name? Ruled out for 7 months now, so I don't know, maybe they'd see Calvin Phillips as a stopgap for them as well. Manchester City, I would imagine they'd be open to selling him. I mean, he's not really getting too much of a look in under Pep Guardiola. I don't know why he made the move. I mean, it struck me as soon as Manchester City signed him that it was madness from his perspective to go there when there were so many players that were clearly going to be ahead of him in the pecking order. So I never understood this one for me for Calvin Phillips, but I know some people disagree with me on his talent, and a lot of people do think he would do very well at Liverpool. I just think for his age bracket, I just don't see it. I'd rather we go younger and have somebody at the club for 5, 6, 7 years. Maybe I'm an idealist, but maybe you agree with me. So let me know in the comment section. And then there's two more. One of them I'm going to touch on really quickly, and it says Liverpool are looking into Schalke 04 midfielder Asan Quadrago. And excuse my pronunciation of that. I'm sure I've absolutely made a mess of it. He's a 17-year-old kid playing with the the German side in the Bundesliga 2. I think he's going to sign a professional contract when he turns 18 years of age. I think that's May, if my memory is correct. And he's been muted for about 6 or 7 million quid, but would he be ready for now? Would he really be ready to come into Liverpool in midfield at 17, 18 years of age? Well, he'd have to be 18 because we couldn't sign him until then. I don't think so. Not yet anyway. I think he's a couple of years away from us really being interested in him. And if I was him, I wouldn't come to Liverpool now because you're probably going to get shipped off to a club in the Championship or League One. I'd stay in Germany at Schalke for a year or two and then maybe look for the move. But it says that Liverpool are interested, Bayern Munich are interested, RB Leipzig are interested, and AC Milan are interested. So, again, we'll see what comes of this one. But the big story of the night, and the one that I was keeping for the end, is twofold. One of them is going to be about Leroy Sane, who's been linked again with a move to Liverpool Football Club. I don't think that there's any need for us to buy Sane, who is, again, going to be, I think, 28 at his next birthday, has his injury concerns, but he's a very good footballer. Like, talent-wise, Sane is top-notch. No denying that whatsoever. I've many times said on the channel that he was the one player coming off the bench for Manchester City that really, really scared me. So I don't think Liverpool should look to replace Mohamed Salah with Sane. I think there are better options out there. And I don't want us to be bringing in somebody who has a history of injuries when we're trying to replace somebody in Mohamed Salah who, let's be honest, he's bulletproof. He's never injured. The man's always fit. He's a machine. So I don't think this one works. And then the last story of the day, and this is the craziest of them all, but I got to bring it to you because it's been spoken about a lot. Apparently Liverpool have a serious interest, and I say serious interest because that's the quote that's been used here, in Napoli striker Victor Osimhen, who's 24 years of age and of course he's had really poor treatment at Napoli, for want of any better phrase. I mean, the videos that they've put out describing him as a coconut in one of the videos, I mean, it boggles the mind that a professional football club put that content out there. And I don't blame Victor Osimhen or his agent or his national team coach for being really upset about it. And also, they're not having a great season, Napoli. They're nowhere near the heights that they were last season. So, is Victor Osimhen going to move? I don't know. His contract is up in 2025. I just don't see where we'd have the space for him. Unless you go to a two at the front, you have him and Darwin, and you don't bring in a wide player to replace Mo, but that would involve another change of system from Jurgen. So I'm not sure, but I wouldn't say no. I mean, I'm going to put that out there. I wouldn't say no to Osimhen, but I want to know what you guys think about it. So Sane, Osimhen, the youngster from Schalke, Calvin Phillips, what are you saying? Any truth to any of them? Over to you guys to let me know. We will be live. If you're watching this early, we'll be live tonight at 8:30, and we're right back to doing our content. Of course, we'll be doing a watch along of the Everton game as well at the weekend, starting from 11:30 a.m. right here. And it's not very often you're going to see me say AM. Well, it is actually quite often, isn't it, now that I think about it, especially after the international break. So, over to you, my friends. Great to be back. Looking forward to catching up with you on the live stream. Let me know your thoughts on these stories. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.